Well, yo, what is up, YouTube? This is Joshua here at American AF Dumpster Rentals in Dallas. I am trying to see what's going on with this, if it's working or not. Let's see here. Going live, trying this new live feature on this other software. So bear with me as I work this stuff out. I am trying to go over. I'm trying to go over numbers for the week and numbers for the month. So let me know if you guys are joining in, if you can hear me okay, and if you can see me okay, because again, this is a new software and not even 100% sure this is working. So leave me a comment and hopefully I can see it somewhere. I don't even know where I'd see it here in this software. But shoot me a comment, let me know, give me a thumbs up that you can hear me okay, and that you can hopefully see me all right. See if that works. So let's give a minute for some people to join, and I need to see if I can figure out if it's even working. So give me a minute, y'all. Bear with me. We're gonna go over some really good numbers. I'm gonna go over kind of bird's eye view of everything that's going on this month, and we'll see how we did this month for the month of August. Can't believe it's already September. Damn near year's already gone. It's ridiculous. Oh, I see somebody. What's up, Daniel? How's it going, man? Hope all is good. I hope you're done for the day. But if not, keep hustling, man. Keep making that money. Can you hear me all right, Daniel? Let me know in the comments if you don't mind. I don't even know how to turn off this preview mode I got going on here. Back to live mode. Oh, am I still live? Yeah, I'm still live, I think. What's up, brother? Anyways. Oh, man. Things have been seriously hot over here. Still waiting on winter to come or fall to come. Things are cooled down. Still waiting on some rain. It's been unbearably hot. Unbearably hot. Let me see if I can log in. Again, if y'all can hear me all right and see me all right, just let me know in the comments. We're going to go through some numbers here really quick and kind of show you some screenshots of what I look at on a regular basis, like once a month, and then what I look like or what I look for once a week in my numbers real quick. We're just going to kind of go over the entire month. I did a for those of you guys kind of watching right now, I did an emergency dumpster this morning. I actually enjoy those. I got a call around 6:50 in the morning, and normally when I get those calls bright and early, I try to answer them as fast as I can because I know that 9 times out of 10, it's going to be hopefully an emergency dumpster or something kind of good. So I got a call, and it was a broker who asked if we could do an emergency dumpster for a super center grocery store that I guess their freezer went out, so they're gonna be dumping a bunch of bad food. So of course I said yeah, but not the regular price. It's gonna cost extra. I did charge extra. For those of you guys that are in the Dumpster Rentals 101 page, I posted some pictures of they required a liner in the dumpster, and they required delivery as soon as possible, but they wanted a liner in it because they didn't want, I guess, the food and seepage and stuff to kind of leak out of the dumpster on their property or I guess on the road. So I decided, yeah, well, I could do it. It was just going to cost them. So, of course, I looked up on Facebook to see kind of what other people have done for liners, and somebody said just go and, well, I didn't ask a question, but I looked up some comments in there, and somebody had said just they just go get some liner from Home Depot. So sure as heck, I just went to Home Depot. Literally, it was right next door to the Target that I delivered a dumpster to. And I went out and I got two liners. So they were, what were they, 10 feet by 50 feet. So 10 feet wide by 50 feet long. And I put that down on the dumpster, taped it with some Gorilla Glue, and it was as simple as that. So I got some pictures that I posted on the Dumpster Rentals 101 page, and yeah, that was an easy dumpster delivery, and $1,500 later. So, and I already have a reschedule for tomorrow. They called and they want to swap out for tomorrow. Now, obviously, tomorrow's rate is going to be at the regular rate. I didn't, rape them or take advantage of them on a regular day. So I decided, I gave them a regular rate for it. So I already got a swap out scheduled for them tomorrow on top of that. So, all right, guys, let's go over some numbers, man. For the week, let me see if I can do this real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me switch this out. Me with screen. That's not the screen I wanted. There we go. Gotta love this. Where is it at? Down here. All right, so for the week. All right, so for the week, Daniel says he can hear me perfect. Cool. I got this little Rode mic. Hopefully this thing works out okay. But for the week, we did 22 dumpster rentals, and that's going to be tweaked a little bit. So it's actually 20 dumpster rentals. 2 of those are for my property. We're doing a flip in Corsicana. So I charge nothing, which is why the average has gone down. So if you literally take the average divided by 20, or the total divided by 20, it's right around 500, 550 a dumpster average. So we did 20 dumpster rentals, right around 550, and 10,000, just under $11,000 in revenue. That seems to be my average right about now. Yeah, I mean, it just seems to be the average. Give or take 20 dumpsters for the week for right around $10,000. So for the month, let's go look at the month real quick. Don't know how to do this preview. Get out of here. All right, so for the month, I have that report done here. For the month, we did 78 dumpster rentals, actually 76 to be honest with you, with those minus those 2. $42,000. It's kind of really small on my screen, so give me 1 second. 42,000, almost 43,000 in total revenue. Again, total revenue does not mean that's profit. This is just a bird's eye view of the business, y'all. Y'all got to understand that. I wish I was coming home with $42,000 in cash profit, but that's not the case yet. 42,000. There's a ton of expenses that come out of that, and we're going to go over that a little bit as well. Looks like I charged 1 dry run, some discounts, miscellaneous merch, damage waivers. I only got $100 worth of damage waivers. That means I did 4. Well, I think they're $25 a piece. I don't remember exactly, but not much in damage waivers, and then obviously tax. So total revenue just under 43,000, which puts me at that puts me at my second highest month for the history of the business, really. Just over, because the last highest month was, I believe, last month at just under 42,000, right at 41,000 something. And I can actually show that right here real quick. So 43,880 for the month. Last year was just under 42,000, 41,799. And again, this is high level numbers, right? Like bird's eye view. I don't know how else I can say it. This is like literally top line revenue, not profit. Obviously, profit, you got to deduct payroll, you got to deduct taxes, you got to deduct insurance, truck payments, lease, all that stuff. We're going to go over some big numbers for the month. Let's see here. I got my notes app out. So for the week, let's see here. Gas for this week was $854.95. That includes, obviously, the Mac was out full time the entire week, and then the International was out only a couple times. Although I do have all 5 dumpsters out right now for the international, all 530s. I'm really happy that the 30s are all going out, and they're going out on a regular basis now. So hopefully they continue to stay out. And honestly, I could have sold the emergency dumpster today for 30. They wanted a 30, but I sold them on 25 because they had no 30s. Guys, if you have any questions, just post them in the comments below. The whole point of doing this live is so that we can do some live feedback back and forth. So just let me know if you got any questions or comments or suggestions. As far as Google Ads for the week, I've got that up here for you. I want you guys to see my dashboard for Google Ads. Let's go back here, and we're going to do Google Ads for the week. Hopefully you guys can see that. So this was the entire week. I did $1,400 worth of Google Ads, 143 clicks, almost 3,000 impressions. Basically, and again, if you guys are not aware, an impression is basically when somebody searches for a dumpster in their area, let's say Dallas dumpsters or dumpsters in Dallas. An impression would be when their results pop up on their search page, that you would see my ad, right? Let me scroll down here a little bit. One of the main ones you'll see here is #1 Dallas Dumpster Rental Company, affordable dumpster rental, same day service in Dallas. Okay, I'm not going to show that too much, but there you go. That's going to be one of my main ads right there. That runs a majority of my budget. That takes up a majority of the budget there. That ad. An impression would be, again, when that shows up. They don't have to necessarily click on it, and you don't get charged for an impression, but you get charged for the clicks. And I had 143 clicks for the week. Average cost per click is just under $10, which is not too bad. 1.4 thousand, you're looking at right under, it's still more than 10%. So my numbers are not really, I've added more in revenue, or I'm sorry, let me go back. I've upped my budget. So as you can see here, does it say on this page? Again, it's really small on my screen. Give me 1 second. I've upped my budget to I think it's like $250 a day. So you guys tell me what works, what doesn't work. Oh, you can't see my screen? What the heck? Let's go back. Hold on 1 second. Why are you not seeing my screen? Can you see it now? I think you see it now. Dang, I messed up. Thanks, Daniel, for sharing. Let me know that, man. I've been showing my screen, and apparently you haven't seen it. I think it's up there now. Let me see here. Preview mode. There we go. I think I see it now. So hopefully you see it now too. All right. So going back, 143 clicks, 2.96 thousand impressions. So just under $10 cost per click, 1.4. This is just for the week, not for the month. My budget, I set my budget at about $10 a day per dumpster. So what does that mean? 25 dumpsters, so $250 a day. Is that right or wrong? I don't know. This is what's working for me, and I have to run ads in order to continue to book my dumpsters. Right? All right, that works. It looks like you can see it now. Thanks, man. Thanks for bringing it up. Let me go back, and you can see my other screens that I had here. This is my weekly revenue, weekly dumpster count. So 10,931 for the week. Again, average of about 550, and we take that down about 20, or not about, we take it down to 20 dumpsters again, because 2 of the dumpsters that I did were for myself and at my project house. And then the monthly, this was the graph that I was showing earlier. Well, you didn't see it, but this is how this is my monthly payments that I received. Obviously, May was very high. That's when I was doing the horse manure stuff at the racetracks. 35, 41, and again now this is the second highest month next to May. Uh, but it is the highest month in just dumpster rentals, right? Nothing extra, no contract that I was doing with the horse stuff. So I mean, we continue to kind of go up, and then there was a downturn in June, but again, that's the ebbs and flows of business, right? It's the way I look at it. The month of August, total of 76. Again, I take out the two that I did for myself. 76 dumpsters rentals for a total of just under $43,000. This is what I showed earlier that I thought you guys were seeing. So let's look at your comments real quick. You're going to love 30-yard dumpsters. So Antrail Pride says, I'm going to love 30-yard dumpsters. I'm up to 9 30-yard dumpsters, and they're always multiple swaps. Yeah, that's what I've seen. That's what I've noticed. And that's also why I went to big dumpsters, man, is because honestly, it just is what it is. It's more contractors, it's more contracts, it's more people who just need the big dumpsters. And I've got okay, let's go back. I've got a 30-yard sitting right now at a construction site. They're building two houses. I've done two 30-yards, two 20s, and I believe a 25 so far. So the 220 25 was before I started offering the 30s. And then since I got the 30s, they're doing the 30s all day long. I've got a 30-yard right now at a house teardown. It's a house teardown where it literally was. I parked the dumpster in the front yard, and it looked like it was bigger than the house. But they've already done two. The rest of them are pretty much construction sites. So 30 yards so far is good. It pays more, obviously a little bit more. And a lot of times they weigh more too, right? So you can get the extras in the weight. Mr. Trash, dumpster rentals, what's up, man? At the landfills and transfer stations were closed around me. Had to pay double my normal, so I didn't get behind. I'm assuming, or all the landfills. I'm assuming you're talking about today. I drove by my regular landfill. Again, I only did one today, and that was an emergency one. I didn't want to make a full day of things, so I did close down today. But I did do the one emergency rental. If you watched it earlier when I first talked about it, when I first went live. But I drove by the landfill and looked like they were open, at least by us. The Matt Savage Show. What's up, man? Just clicked on. Can you please go over weekly income again? I'll touch on that in a minute. Can you explain that jump in the charts? What changed? More dumpsters? Yeah. So Thibodeau, the jump in the chart, honestly, is just, again, it goes back and forth. May is, let me go back here. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is new software for me, so I'm trying to do all this. So again, May was an anomaly, right? May was when I was doing the horse manure. Okay, so I was literally there every single day, and I was charging a pretty penny for that. So let's take May out, right? So basically, this was really slow for me. Again, this was the beginning of this year. Mind you, I sold my limo company in March of this year. Okay, I sold my main limo company in March of this year. That's when I really went full time in this business. Okay, let's just be honest. For those of you guys that have followed me for a long time, you know that I was running my limo company as well as my dumpster company. And while I was out doing a lot of times dumpsters, my time was taken up a lot in the limo company. So, with that being said, when I sold the business in March, it was literally March 1st. We went on vacation, of course, and then when we got back, it was full force hitting the dumpster business. So that's why you kind of see a big increase here. End of last year, beginning of this year, again, I just got the Mack truck. Things were kind of it's slow, right? It was slow for me, but I wasn't hitting it that hard because I was in the process of selling my company. I was doing everything that I had to do, and my time was focused on selling the business. Dealing with lawyers, dealing with my lawyer, dealing with the buyer's lawyers, training them, doing some pre-training, dealing with DOT, transferring all that stuff. So it was really, really time consuming. So when March came around, my time opened up 100% and I started advertising a lot more. That's when I really started hitting the dumpster business 100%. And right around, obviously here, I think last month is when I hired, the beginning of this month when I hired my full-time driver. So hopefully that explains it for you. Again, May is an anomaly. May did not count. Obviously, did count because it was revenue, but that's when I was doing the manure stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to some of my videos and you'll see I was there every single day, 7 days a week, doing horse manure dumpsters for them. Their dumpsters, my truck. So hopefully that explains that for you. Let me go see some more questions here. So I expected only to go up. Now, obviously, we're going into the winter season or winter time. Winter it slows down. It's not like up north where we get snow and too much ice. Sometimes we'll get a few days of ice, and our dumpsters don't freeze. But winter does slow down, so we'll see how that works. As far as my weekly numbers, man, let's go back here real quick. Show you the weekly numbers. Yep, there it is right there. So just under 11,000. Again, 2 dumpsters was for my personal, my house flip that I charge nothing for, which throws the average off, obviously. The average would be about 550, I think, 525, which isn't bad. Again, I've got 15, 20, 25, and 30 yards now. And that doesn't really take into account probably a week's worth of me actually pushing the 30s. But before that, I wasn't pushing the 30s at all because I didn't have a driver for the truck. And the truck was getting fixed, just all kinds of stuff. So there's that. As far as, let's go back to my notes, more expenses. Again, this is high. This is bird's eye view numbers, guys. This is not profit. Let's make that really, 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 really clear. I'm not walking home. We don't walk away. There's so much in expenses. So we're looking, hopefully my goal is about 50 to 60% profit margins. But when you're putting in all your money back into the business, that's really hard to do. It's very difficult to do profit margins 50% when you're putting all your money back into the business. My last invoice that I paid for dumpsters out of the business was like $55,000 to Keystone. So it's always reinvesting the money back into the business. Of course, other big expenses is fuel. Again, gas for the week was $8.54. You say you up that to about almost $1,000 a month and $1,000 a week in fuel. You're talking about right at $3,500 to $4,000 in fuel. Rent was only $600. That's not a big deal. Payroll for the month of August was right around $6,000. That includes payroll taxes. I am doing my payroll through QuickBooks, and I've got my daughter on payroll, and I've got my driver on payroll. I've got my second part-time driver. He's an independent contractor. He just kind of works when he can, so I don't pay him payroll. I pay him like an independent contractor, a W-9. You've got let's see, truck payments. My international is like a $3,500 a month note. That's a big truck payment, and to be honest with you, the Mac has been paying for it up until now. Now it's starting to actually start generating its own revenue. Mac truck payment for me is about $2,500. Insurance for both trucks for the month, you're looking about, it was $1,742, so just under $1,750 for insurance for the trucks. That's both trucks. That doesn't include my pickup truck. That one is separate, and I forgot what that one is. I don't remember what that one is right now off the top of my head. And it doesn't include like general liability, which is minimal. Let's see, what else do we got? I'm working on, y'all, listen up. I'm working on a spreadsheet that I'm going to be offering to anybody and throwing it onto the website, which is, again, AmericanAFDumpsters.com/YouTube, which is going to have the resources link. That's going to be I have all my resources at, where I have all my links for like Amazon store, things that I have in the truck, not big stuff, but credit cards that I use that you guys can use credit cards, links to the Dumpster Rental 101 page, Facebook page. What else do I have on there? Obviously, the page sponsors. You want to go look at Keystone Waste Solutions. If you want to look at DRS Dumpster Rental Solutions or Dumpster Rental Systems, all the links are on that page. I'm gonna throw up on that page as well links to, what was I talking about? The insurance, obviously. I just lost track of thought. That's what happens when you go live, y'all. Projected yearly income, it's really hard to tell, man, because honestly, if I order if I get to the point where I order another, if I get to the point where I order another trailer full of dumpsters, 5, 6, 10 dumpsters, that's going to change the game again. So it's really, really hard for me to project a year. If I stay on my current track right now, if I stay on the current track, I'm hoping I'll probably hit about between 425 to 500 for the year. Um, but that's really going all out for the last few months of this year. Um, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure. Right now, I've had a consistent anywhere from, I think right now I only have 5 dumpsters in the yard. So 5 out of 25, which is okay. I want them all out. I want them all out pretty regularly. I want to turn away business, or I want to farm out to other guys that I work with. So once I start doing that more consistently, once I start saying, farming out to other guys that I work with more consistently here, then it's time for me. Then I know it's time to start to order some more dumpsters. Until then, I won't order anymore. But you never know. You never know how it's going to be. Again, we keep going up and up just a little bit at a time. Our budget is going up more for ads now, so I upped that probably about a week ago from, I believe, 150 or 170, I think it was, to 250 a day. So we'll see how that goes. The Matt Savage Show, brother, about that house flip. Let's talk about that house flip. Some of you guys may know, and a lot of you guys don't know. I haven't talked much about the house flip in Corsicana, and I'm going to tell you why. We bought that house back in around October, November of last year. I had been doing work for a GC, a general contractor. I had been delivering dumpsters for him for about a year and a half, possibly, before I bought that house. I did not have him do my previous house flip in Palmer, my Palmer house that I call it. I didn't have him do that. I had other guys do that. I GC'd that Palmer house. I didn't want to GC this Corsicana house. It's a lot bigger of a house, and it's in an area where it's harder to get contractors. So I had been delivering dumpsters to these guys, mind you. And literally, they were probably not even, they had a project house, a flip house that they were doing for one of their customers that was 5 minutes from the house that I purchased. So I gave them a call, and I said, hey, let's talk about maybe you guys GCing our project. Hired them. I hired them, paid them a good amount down. And it's really hard for me to talk about this because I get furious. But yeah, they did a little bit of work, and then they took a lot of money, and they said that they needed the money to pay deposits to their contractors that they used. I got receipts for everything. Let's just say right now we're in the middle of a litigation with them, and there's some litigation going on. I'm gonna leave it at that. They went MIA, and they were supposed to pull permits. They didn't pull permits. Anyways, long story short, I got stuck with a house with no GC after paying a good amount towards contracts, towards the plumbers, towards electricians, towards the HVAC guys, all that stuff. So this is a problem with doing house flips, is you're relying on other people. So I decided not to have any more GCs, and I decided to take it over myself. I did pull the permits. That took several weeks, and I pulled the permits for myself. I got to GC it, just the general permit, right? And then below that permit, or below that building permit, you have to have your contractors pull their permits. So I had to go find an electrician. I had to go find a licensed plumber, a licensed HVAC, and yeah. So I did all that. And right now, HVAC is 90% done, waiting on finished work. Plumbing is 90% done, waiting on finished work. So basically, once the everything passes, then we can put the insulation in the walls. We passed the framing inspection. The framing was something that the last contractor did. They did all the framing on the house. Come to find out, they put the 2x4s. They put the 2x4s flat against the wall, flat against the brick and the concrete. And obviously, like, you can't run electrical boxes on 2x4s that are flat against the walls. So all the framing work had to be pulled out and redone. So that's done. That passed inspection, and now I'm just waiting on electrical to finish their job. So electrical is finishing their job hopefully by the end of this week, and then we will be able to pass that and start insulating and start sheetrocking. So that's, long story short. That's my story on that Corsicana house. Now, on a good note, I was hoping we were calculating that house would sell for, well, I don't want to give away too much information, but we're calculating that house was going to sell for a good amount of money to give a little bit of room for profit, obviously, right? The house literally next door to us went on the market for about $500,000 more than I was estimating our house would be once completed. It's going for like 1.2 million, 1.29. So I'm praying that house sells for 1.29 because that will really make up for the money that was lost and the money that's been spent so far out of pocket. So there's that. Hopefully, I didn't say too much. Or if you guys got any questions about that, let me know. But I've got some good guys now that I hired. So far, so good. They're kind of a jack of all trades. They've redone the staircase to the basement. This house has a basement, and being in Texas, that's very, very rare. It's more like a wine cellar. It has, I mean, it's just a cool house. It's got the service staircase in the back that's got like hidden compartments in it. Probably, I was told from back in the, what do you call that? Where they would hide liquor back in the day. So it's a cool house, really cool features that we want to highlight. So we're taking our time. Right now, we're building the privacy fence in the rear of the yard because we got a little bit of issue with the city because the pool was open to just anybody to come in and was kind of dangerous. So there's that, guys. Any questions about that? Let me know. But that's my week, my month, my story about the Corsicana house, all that stuff. So again, monthly revenue has been really good. So we're looking to continue on. So far this week, and it's only hasn't even been a full week. The first 4 days of September. Let's go over it. Let me show you that real quick. It's been pretty good. Thanks for bringing up that question, Matt. I appreciate that, man. It's hard for me to talk about it, but sometimes, like you said, we have to learn from our mistakes. You got to fall. Yeah. I mean, I can't say too much, but let's go. Let's look at September. So far, I mean, this is in the first 4 days of September, y'all. It's been pretty busy. I mean, I think we did 6 dumpsters alone, 6 deliveries alone on the first. So it's been a busy month so far. Obviously, that includes the $1,500 from today, I believe, for the emergency dumpster. But questions, comments, concerns, y'all? What do you got for me? Let me know. My wife got me this for our anniversary or my birthday. It's kind of cool. It lights up, but the cord's very short, so I need a USB to plug it in. Let's see here. I don't like that camera angle. What do we got? Questions, comments, concerns? Is the dumpster market saturated in a 13-yard market in the Metroplex? Ugh. Okay, that's kind of 2 questions right there for me. Is the dumpster market saturated? I would say yes. Is the DFW market huge and can support a good amount of dumpster companies? Yes, I believe so. 13 yards, you're really limiting yourself to your client base. I would probably, I mean, if you already got 13 yards, you got to do what you got to do. But you've got to make it, you've got to really make it, how do I say, lucrative for the customer. You got to make it look good, right? So offer the 1 days. A lot of the big dumpster guys are not going to do 1 days. Offer the 1 to 2 day drop offs or the live loads. Do those at a decent rate so that you can keep your dumpsters moving. I don't know how many dumpsters you have, but if you only have 13-yard dumpsters, you're really limiting your market. 20 yards is going to be your average, your biggest, your most requested size dumpster for like residential cleanouts. I have heard that been there, dumped that. There's several of them that are going out of business because the residential market um, is drying up, is what I'm hearing, right? Uh, and they only offer the small dumpsters, 10, 15 yards at the most. They deliver them with like the Chevy 5500s or the pickup trucks. That's what I've heard. Don't quote me on that, but I've been seeing that a lot, that they've got some equipment that's going up for sale. What does that mean to me? That means if the residential market is really drying up because of our economy right now, and most most of my business seems to be going more towards contractors, more towards home, either remodels, tear downs, or new construction. That's what a majority of I would say my dumpsters are going to right now. 2 3 months ago, it was probably 80% residential, 20% commercial. Again, if you're gonna stick to small dumpsters, I would say you're basically gonna only be doing more residential cleanouts. Offer the 1 days, offer the 1 and 2 day rentals, and offer it at a decent rate that us, or the not us big guys, because I'm not a big guy, but us guys that have 15s or more cannot compete with. I won't do anything with my 15-yard dumpsters for less than 350, 375, 350 for a 3 day or 375 for a 7 day rental. I wouldn't do anything less than that. If I had 13-yard dumpsters though, I would probably do 299. Offer a special for a 1 day rental. Offer 290 for a live load. It takes 10 minutes to do a 13-yard dumpster. It's really fast to fill one of those up. So offer that. Thibodeau, it's funny. I have 1/5 the number of dumpsters, and my numbers are exactly 1/5 of yours. That's good, man. That means our business models are pretty similar. Thibodeau, where are you at, man? I've seen your videos and stuff like that. You do the awesome videos with your little skits. But remind me what city you're in, or what market you're out of. Um, so so here's what I was looking at yesterday too. I was thinking to myself about talking about numbers with you guys, and I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, a lot of people say that your average dumpster, you're at like a 15, 20, like, I'd say 20 yards, or around there. They go out for 3 to 3.5 times a month. That's the average national rate of a dumpster rental. Okay. Now, if you look at my dumpster rentals, or my number of dumpsters for the month, not that one, that one, and also not that one. Let's do 78, 78 dumpsters for the month. Again, 76 technically. I have 25 dumpsters, right? Again, my 5 yards just started going out this last week, or my 30 yards just started going out this last week. So that's pretty good. That's about national average, right? I mean, if you ask me, that's 3 to 3.5 times a month. That's a good way to gauge how many times your dumpsters will go out in a month, and how much revenue, not profit, you will make. Profit is completely contingent on how you run your business, how lean and mean you are, all that stuff. But if the national average is very similar to what I'm doing, at least here in my market, is 3 to 3.5 times a month, then I can calculate basically if what my numbers would look like if I had 50 dumpsters, if I had 75 or 100 dumpsters. I can kind of gauge it, and calculate what I would do, how much I would bring in. A good way to look at it. Jallo says, "What's a live load?" The live load is when you offer the customer to sit and wait while they load your dumpster. I did this a lot when I had only 3 dumpsters, or I only had my dump trailers. I would offer this a lot, and I'd offer it for like a $250 deal where it was a live load. I gave them up to 45 minutes or an hour of my time while I'm sitting there, and they would load it up, and then off I'd go. And you could do 3, 4, 5 of those in a day. And you can capitalize on that one dumpster instead of having 5 dumpsters and leaving them there for a week, right? Especially again if you have a very limited number of dumpsters or smaller dumpsters. You can fill up a 14 yard or a 13 yard dumpster in 10 minutes. 15 minutes if you got a couple of guys, and then off you go. Live load, or again, use that one dumpster and then you offer junk removal service. You go and you pick it up and put it in your dumpster, and off you go. Also, a good way to make money off limited dumpsters or smaller dumpster sizes like that. Any questions, comments, concerns, guys? I am here for the next 15 minutes or so. So let me know if you got anything. Thibodeau's in Maine, bro. I love your videos, by the way. Love them. They are awesome. Let's see here. I'm trying to change out these cameras because I don't like that angle, but whatever. All right. What else do we got? September again is starting off pretty strong. Again, I don't know. We're gonna see. Since I sold the business, my limo business in March, and going full force into this business, it's really hard to compare how it was last year, because last year I wasn't going full force. I wasn't going 100%. I was going as much as I could, but not full force. So, and again, let me see here. When was it that I got my last what? I ordered 5 more dumpsters. So I ordered, well, all the 30s I had ordered. Those are all 8 dumpsters. So I ordered 30. I ordered 5 30-yard dumpsters, and I ordered 3 15-yard dumpsters, and that was got those about a month ago too, little more than a month ago. So that kind of contributed to the numbers also going up more. Again, the more dumpsters you have, the more they're gonna go out, and the more you got to market them to go out. I've got a right here by my house. I've got a house that's going up. They're new construction, and they have those. They like built their own little temporary dumpster out of wood. And I've stopped there 3 times. I left them flyers, right? And just today they called and they booked one for next week. So they've been doing that for the last month, and now that it's overflowing, they needed service. And just for me dropping off a 10-cent flyer, I got a $500, $600 booking. So that's what you got to do. You got to do that, especially when you're driving around. And the closer you are to your house or to your yard, the less it's going to cost you to in fuel time and in your time to dump that one. One more thing, Florida's having those guys in Florida. If you're on the Dumpster Rentals 101 page, they're having like a what do they call them? Dumpster runners. They're doing a get together. I believe it's this Sunday. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's this Sunday. I will be heading down there or over there to go pay those guys a visit. They're doing some good stuff over there. Brock is one of them. Maxco is another. They're doing some really good stuff, kind of getting the guys together in their market. I would love to do that kind of thing here in Texas, and I've been playing with the idea. So my visit over there is going to be a little bit twofold, kind of a little selfish too, but I want to go pay them a visit, see those guys in person. Hopefully meet up with definitely Brock and those other guys over there. I want to pay a visit to CFL Dumpsters. That's my boy over there. Lou Canino, if you guys don't know, he's on YouTube as well. But we talk a lot, and hopefully I'll see him over there. He's in Tampa. But I'd love to do something like that here in Texas as well. So kind of get a feel for how they're doing it or what they're doing, and do something like that here in Texas as well, like a big get-together. Back River Firewood says, what and where are the best deals for truck and dumpsters? I have an idea for my company. Best deals? I'm assuming you're talking about to buy them. And honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know where you can get a good deal on trucks. Nowadays, trucks have gone up so much. Just a regular pickup truck has gone up, 30%, if not more. If you're looking for like a truck and trailer, I still recommend, as far as trailer concerned, I will say it till I'm blue in the face. Get a standard rail trailer. If you don't, you're going to be stuck with like a Lone Star crap like I was. And I didn't like it, and I don't recommend it. As far as a new truck, you just commented, I would say there's certain dealers that sell trucks like roll-off trucks, right? It just really depends. If you want a roll-off truck, are you talking about a roll-off truck already coming done, or are you talking about a pickup truck with a trailer? If you're talking about a roll-off truck, there's certain builders that do it. You just have to check your area. In my area, there's a company called BTE where I bought my Mack truck, and it was already came with the hook lift already installed. If I didn't do that, I would have bought the chassis. I would have bought a Mack truck chassis and then had a custom upfitter put the hook lift on the truck for me, like Keystone. Keystone Waste Solutions is who I use here in Texas. Have no idea anybody in California, to be honest with you, but I'm sure there's guys out there that do it. Um, that's where I buy used. Now, where I bought my used truck from, that one came from up north somewhere. I forgot where it was. I bought the International, but again, I was just on those dumpster pages, those dumpster Facebook pages, and that's where I saw my truck pull up or came up for sale, and that's where I bought my used truck. Um, Look, there's a bunch of Facebook pages out there for dumpster trucks for sale. So look on those, and it really depends on what your setup is too. But if you're looking for a hook lift, I know there's a hook lift. There's like 2 or 3 hook lift Facebook pages that they post nothing but hook lift trucks, hook lift dumpsters, and then like the hook lift pup trucks, right? Like the pup trailers that like um, they don't necessarily have to be hook lift either, but you can put a um, a standard rail dumpster on a pup trailer, which is basically just a trailer that has standard rail on it, and then your dumpster truck could pull that as well. So it's kind of cool. But like I said, going back to your question, look on Facebook, man. If you're looking for a used truck, that's the best place where I would find. Look at those specialty pages that are all about dumpsters and roll off trucks for sale. What else do we got here? How often do you go live? We're interested in this business, bro. I don't go live very often at all, not anymore. I used to do it about once a week. I would go live on Wednesdays. It's just so hard with a schedule that fluctuates in the family and all that stuff. So, um, very rare. But if you hit that like, subscribe, and smash on the notification bell, you will get notified when I go live. Somebody said earlier, where is he at? That he's actually delivering a dumpster right now. He's listening to me. So, hope you're still listening, man. And Capella, hope you're still listening, brother. And get that money, man. Let's see here. Thibodeau, he's got to think outside with the market, outside the box with marketing. Yeah, man, that's true. There's a guy that I follow as well. Oh my gosh, I have a really hard time remembering names, but there's a guy I follow. He's got funky dumpsters, funky junk, I think he's called. His company's called, and it's like little mini dumpsters that he drops off with these cool trucks, and that's marketing alone. That's awesome as well. Antrell says there's enough of us in Texas to do it. Yeah, there is. We got to do a get together. If there's anybody that wants to really talk seriously about a get together and wants to be, like go in with me as far as like helping me organize it and stuff, let me know. Shoot me an email. My email is below, americanafdumpsters@gmail.com. And let's get together and try to schedule something. My time is super limited right now, so it's really hard to do that stuff. But I know it would be successful here in Texas for sure. Lots of guys and lots of guys that would come from other places, well, not just Texas. Uh, Thoughts on BNI? BNI. What's BNI? BNI. Hmm. Sounds familiar. Let me look it up. I feel like I should know what BNI means, but I'm not sure. BNI. Hmm. You talking about the business network? Not sure. Let me know what you mean. As far as like networking is concerned, if that's what you're talking about, like I don't go any of those big ones. I usually do like local chamber of commerce. I was a member of the Red Oak Chamber of Commerce, which is a small town where I lived for about 10 years. So made some good friends there, did some good networking. Um, Talking about networking, if you guys remember Ricky Hickey, he was on the channel a few months ago. He's a guy that's out in East Texas, I believe, East or West Texas, in the Midland, Odessa area, and he's doing a major networking. He's hosting a major networking event. Excuse me. Tomorrow actually, so it's kind of cool how he's got he's doing the networking. He's got several companies, so his companies are hosting this networking event and in his town. So I think that's awesome. As far as yeah, you were talking about being a business network international. Uh, I don't know, man. if I remember correctly, I looked at them years ago, and I want to say for my limo company, it was expensive to join them. It was pretty expensive. So the truth is, with any of these networking associations, right? Whether it be local chamber of commerce, national ones, statewide ones, whatever it may be, it's only as good as what you put into it, right? You could join, you could spend the money, join, and you get their free link on their website, which is really good, by the way, for SEO. But it's only as good as what you put into it, because if you don't go to the network meetings, if you're like me and you're completely antisocial, and if you go, you just stand in a corner and you don't talk to anybody. If you don't capitalize on it, then you're just throwing your money away. You're just giving them money in order to be on their website. Again, is very good for your local SEO to be in local websites like your local chamber of commerce, school districts for any reason. If you can donate to schools or something like that, all that is really good for your website. But you've got to network. You've got to sponsor events. You've got to. I mean, if you're part of the chamber, you're going to want to sponsor, a hole on their yearly golf outing. You're going to want to, if they have an opening on the board, or the board that runs the association, if they have an opening, throw your name in the hat to try and volunteer for that stuff. Because the more that you volunteer, the more that you do their parades and all that stuff as far as networking, the more you're going to get out of it. If you just go to their once a month meetings, whether it be their luncheons or whatever, and you just hang out with the same people every single time. You go with your buddy, you go with your wife, you go with your business partner, whatever, and you just go to be there to kind of. Sometimes they have really good speakers. Don't get me wrong, but you've got to partake in the networking. You've got to get around and talk to every single one of those people, because even if, let's say, you've got bankers, you've got realtors, you've got obviously contractors, plumbers, electricians. Those guys are always in those meetings, and an electrician will probably never hire a dumpster or use a dumpster service, right? More than likely, but I guarantee you they know somebody who might, and they can refer you. So any of those networking events or those networking meetings are really good. But just be careful as far as the cost, because it'd be really expensive. So you got to make sure it's worth it. Questions, comments, concerns, guys? I'm on for another 10 minutes, if that. So actually about 8 minutes. I'm going to be heading out. So let me know if you guys have any other questions for me. Otherwise, I'm going to head out. I'm trying to keep up to with these weekly updates for you guys. I really want you guys to see these. Honestly, I get some slack. I get some kickback from some people about putting out too much information out there. If I am, I am. I am trying to help you guys out as much as possible. For those of you guys that are willing to put in the work, there's business out there. For those of you guys that aren't, then I hope I'm providing you enough entertainment to hang out with me for an hour and watch my videos. But I mean, to be honest with you, these numbers, they're nothing huge. I mean, they're okay. I'm happy with them because I just, like I said, really went in full time in March, but they're nowhere near where I want to be, and they're nowhere near where the big boys are at. Right? This is just a drop in the water for those guys. So again, in my market, what am I doing? I'm not giving out too much information. There's not too much information to give out, really, to be honest with you, because you have to put in the work. You can watch this all day long, and if you can watch every single one of my videos, and if you don't do a damn thing but sit there on the couch and watch it, then it's not going to help. Really, it's going to help me. I got watch hours, right? But it's not helping you. So if you're watching it again just for business advice, awesome. I welcome you guys. And if you're watching it to try and get some ideas on how to make your business better, awesome as well. If you're watching it just to watch, I'm okay with that too. I'm not judgmental. I don't care what you do with it. I don't take it personally if you don't take my advice, because my advice is just that. My advice is just from one guy, and it's just my experience. This is not anything of me telling you guys what you should do, what you shouldn't do. This is just my journey, my experience that I am documenting, and I say that every single time. I want everybody to understand that there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. There's 1,000 ways to be successful in business, and there's 1,001 ways to fail in the business. And sometimes we got to go through them all to get to the end, to the finish line. So Uh, Antrell just sponsored a hole at a golf course for 1 year, $395. I'll get that back in a week. City, just north of San Antonio, and business is booming up there. Man, $395 is a good price. I have seen, again, depends on what the tournaments or whatever it is that they're doing, but I've seen them go for like $2,000, 2,900. There's different levels of sponsorships, right? But $395, if you can put like a little ad or a sign there at the hole, uh, shoot, yeah, that's less than one dumpster for the most part. Got to run for delivery. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Stay cool out there. Black River, man. See you later, brother. Appreciate you joining the live feed. Again, any other questions, y'all? Let me know. Otherwise, I'm heading out. Let me see here. What else can I show you guys? That's pretty cool. Um, yeah, let's do the whole month in ads, right? Let's do this real quick. Nope, not that one again. There we go. So we're going to do the month of August. There you go. So for the entire month, just over $5,000. It's not chump change, y'all. You've got to spend money to make money. I'm hoping again, as my SEO continues to get better, as my referrals continue to get better, as my word of mouth advertising continues to get better, I'm hoping that my SEO will go up and my ad spend will go down. However, if my SEO goes up and I keep going up in ad spend as well, they're both making me money, and I use that money to reinvest back into the business to grow my business to buy more dumpsters. Then I might be doing that as well. Just keep that in mind, y'all. That this is a big number. $5,000, over $5,000 in a month in advertising is a lot, but I probably wouldn't have anywhere near as many dumpster rentals as I did. What was it, 43,000, 44,000 for the month in revenue if I didn't spend this money right here. Average cost per click, $10 on the dime. That's pretty good. So hopefully that gives you guys an overview of where you need to be at as far as ad spend. You don't need to be here. Don't get me wrong. And again, each city is completely different. This is my ad spend in my city, and I don't even spend that much in Dallas. This is like South, kind of my area. A little bit of Dallas. Don't get me wrong, but um, for those of you guys watching, this doesn't mean this is what you need to spend because you can easily go broke spending too much money on Google. Let me a fair warning to everybody: you can easily go broke if you spend way too much money. You can spend all your ad spend uh, in a matter of a couple days if you don't do it right. Which is why In-Laws Dumpster says, thanks for the lead to you, Nick, on Google Ads. After several bad experiences, I'm liking them so far. Same for me. I'm not going to lie. I've used 4 guys. I think it was 4 guys total before I got to Nick. And one of them is very well known in the dumpster slash junk removal industry. I won't name his names because I'm not trying to smash somebody, but he's well known. And he was extremely disappointing. I was getting ads and calls from New Orleans, Oklahoma, from all kinds of stuff. So uh, I got with Nick, and if you want to get with Nick, you can go over to my resources page, and as long as your area is not already taken, send me an email, and we will get you. I'll get you in touch with Nick and get you guys working with him as far as your ad spend. He manages my entire Google Ads account. I don't touch it. I just go in here to look at it. I could go in here and do all kinds of changes, but I don't. I let him handle all that stuff. Even if I say, hey, look, I'm going out of town for a few days. Can you change up my ad spend or turn off my ad spend? He takes care of that, not me. What's the click-through rate? Let me see if I can figure out. I was trying to find how to pull up more stuff here. There's usually a way to do like, let's see here, clicks, costs. All right, click-through rate right here, 5.9%. Hopefully it tells you something more than it tells me. I don't know. But 5.9%, that may be good. Actually, I don't even know if that's good or not. But as far as things that I use to kind of keep an eye on my website and how I'm doing organically, my SEO, all that stuff. I use something called Ahrefs, so Ahrefs. I subscribe to that, and I use Bright. Is it Bright Local? I think it's called Bright Local. Yeah, Bright Local. Bright Local will do your so Ahrefs does your SEO, your website, all that stuff on how it ranks organically. Bright Local does your helps you manage your Google My Business. So it helps you kind of grow your Google My Business. It helps you um, organically grow it. Keywords. How do I say? It helps you rank up in your Google My Business listings. So because there's a science to that. It's not just put in the Google My Business and it's going to start ringing. Your phone's going to start ringing. Like you can set up a Google My Business profile, and then there's a way to help it rank up. Obviously, you get more reviews. You've got to fill in all the information in there. You got to push citations to it, and Bright Local really helps me do all that stuff. So that's just a couple quick tips for you guys that are watching this live right now. But those are the websites that I use. Daniel says he's done for the day. Moved 7 dumpsters. Dang, ready for the start of my day off. 7 dumpsters is awesome, man. So yes, Friday I think I did Saturday, because my guy I give him off on Saturdays, my full timer unless I really needed him. I started my day off on Saturday morning with 1 dumpster rental to do. So I was like, yeah, go ahead, take the day off, take the weekend off, man. We'll see you on Tuesday, because I also gave him yesterday off, and then the phone started ringing Saturday, and it started ringing, and it kept ringing more and more. So all of a sudden, I'm like, dang, it was a full day. I was only supposed to do 1 dumpster, and I'm okay with that. I'll take it all day long. And I ended up doing, I think I did 6 dumpster deliveries, 1 dump, and 1 pickup. So, or 1 swap out. So it was a full day for me on Saturday, yesterday, and I was glad to do it, man. I had no problem doing it. That's why my September numbers look so good. Um, I get a lot more. I get a lot more same day or next day dumpster rentals than I do like scheduled out. What do I mean by that? So I could look at the schedule for like the week, and I can only have like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 dumpsters. But then each day comes along, and that day I'll get, hey, can you get me a dumpster today? And absolutely I can. I think that's what really helps a small company like me or like us, is that we're flexible so that we can do that kind of stuff. And that helps us close those numbers and get those numbers where they need to be at, because the big guys, they can't do a same day dumpster, and sometimes they can't even do it next day. So being able to offer that, and when you look at your weekly numbers, like, man, it's going to be a slow week, and sure as hell, like it changes in a drop of a dime like that. Like I said, Saturday was just nuts. Let me go back and look at that real quick. No, don't do that. Don't want any personal information showing there. Um, okay. Yeah, so Friday 4, Saturday 6 deliveries, and 1 pickup. So right now I've got 3, 4, 5 scheduled for this week. Oh, this was the one I did today. Only 4 really, but we'll see how the week ends up. Honestly, that's kind of how it happens, really. So, any other questions, guys? I'm gonna head out. Last chance. We will, if not, we will see you guys on the next one, yo. Let's go look at the questions real quick. Yeah, nothing. Thibodeau says looks good. Above 5% is good. So 5.9% again. If you're looking for somebody to do your Google AdWords, go over to AmericanAFDumpsters.com/YouTube, and then you'll see my Google AdWords guy on there. And you can send us an email, and he will get with you, do a one-on-one with you, kind of go over his pricing. And to be honest with you, it's pretty fair, because now you can do it yourself. Don't get me wrong. You could run your Google ads all yourself. But again, if you do it wrong, if you do it the wrong way, you can really lose your ass. And believe me, I've done it before, and it's no fun. So you can spend a ton of money, lose a ton of money that way. So thanks for the share, bro. I appreciate you, Daniel, man. I've made some true friends from having this channel. And if anything, that's one of the things that I take from this channel. Is some good friendships. And Daniel, you're definitely one of them. I always enjoy our talks. If you guys don't follow Daniel, make sure you go over to his channel, check him out. He's a good soul, good dude, and a good business guy, good head on his shoulders. So I appreciate you and your friendship, brother. Same with CFL, also a good guy. I talk to him a lot as well, especially when you're in the truck. It's nice to be able to talk to somebody and talk to them about business and kind of them understand you know, and what we're going through. So, anyways, y'all, until next time, I hope you guys like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. Hopefully, this video makes it over to YouTube so you can rewatch it if you need to. We will see you guys on the next one.